I think it was good to get out there and see where our football team is. We haven't had a game yet, and you really didn't know what you had, until you go out and play. And it was good to see our football team actually play a game. And I was really excited. I'm excited about this football team. When you can be down 10 points and nothing going your way there in the first half and come back the way they did and win the ball game. I'm really impressed with our guys. It said a lot about our players and how much they care for one another.
Thanks, Coach. Coach, how you doing?
Great.
Nick Trotty struggled in the first half, but it was in that second half where he kind of picked up his game. What was the difference for Nick Trotty in the second half there?
Well, I think he just calmed down. He calmed down, and I did a better job of calling plays, to be honest with you. Just ran some things that he was comfortable with and what he loved to do, and kind of got off the script that we were on. We were on the script, and nothing was just working. And we got off the script, and he started making plays, and he started making better reads when he was out there. He had some misreads in the first half, and I just told him at halftime, just calm down. You know how to do this. Just calm down and play ball, and we're going to get some plays in here and make them defend 11 guys and not just 10. And by using him, and sure enough, I really think that got him going and got his confidence going and really sparked our offense.
Going into next week, is there something that you want to see trying to improve on?
Just from the beginning, is calming down and just going through his read. I thought he was just panicking and just guessing when he was out there rather than looking at what the defense was giving him, and I don't know if it was just the first game jitters for him or what, but just calm down and just run the offense like he's capable of doing. He showed what he can do in the second half, and being able to do that and make the easy decisions. There was a lot of easy decisions in the first half that he didn't make.
Appreciate it, Coach.
Thank you.
How's it going, Coach?
Going well.
Coach, you got multiple running backs involved in the game today. Was there a certain plan on how you wanted to use them or a certain order or anything like that?
No, BJ went down after the first play. Basically, he hurt his ankle, and then I think James got in right after that, and he got a stinger or something, and so I feel like, whoa, he started to get worried a little bit. Again, if there's any position that we can afford to have somebody going down, it was that, and so we just played the guys by that. And I tell you, with Malcolm, again, I wasn't paying as much attention to the game of who was in there running the ball, but I was walking on the sideline and I saw him stand there. I was like, I didn't see you out there yet. He was like, I'm so just stand there. Don't stand there. Come stand beside me, but I need you in the game. And it was great to see him go in and get some nice, tough, hard runs for us, and that was really good. And you said that BJ hurt his ankle. Is it the same one that he hurt last season against Ohio State, or are you not sure? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Hopefully it's not that bad. But I'm not sure. He came back, but it just was bothering. He couldn't really run on it. All right. Thank you, Coach. Mm-hmm.
Coach, I'm not sure if you just answered that, but was there a reason that Malcolm Davidson didn't get involved until the fourth quarter there?
No reason at all. Like I said, I saw him standing there, and I didn't remember seeing him run the ball, so I told him, get over here and let's get in the game, buddy. We need you running the football for us, So Malcolm's a good football player for us, and he needs to be out there helping his football team. He showed that when he got in the game what he was capable of doing. I just told him, stop being so quiet. Speak up when you're back there.
Appreciate it.
Mm-hmm. I'm sorry.
Sure.
What was it like for the first time that you get to hit other players other than your own? The first two games didn't quite come to fruition, and now you get to taste USCC.
It was like Christmas. I know yesterday I had my fingers crossed all day long until we got all our tests back. We took the COVID test yesterday, and I know Charlotte had took theirs early and found out they were good, and we took that, and I was just crossing my fingers hoping that everything worked out. And when we got it all in, it was like, yes, we're finally going to play a football game. And I think all the players were excited about it as well, coaches and all. It's been about 2 months of training camp, basically, and to be able to go out there. And it was good, again, because I really didn't know what we had as a football team. I knew we had some good football players, but how were they going to play under the lights? you couldn't. For me personally, I just couldn't wait to see what we have, and now we know where we're at and know what we need to work on and move forward.
Yeah, highly unusual to be playing your opening day in October, isn't it?
Right. It's almost Halloween.
Well, great. I hope you have a great season. This is a great start for you.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Thanks. Looking forward to this one.
Coach, in the closing minutes of the fourth quarter, you guys decided to go on that fourth down instead of do the field goal. Was that something you would normally do? Was that largely part because of the heavy rain?
Well, I think it was part of it was the rain, and then part of it, I just believe in our guys. The way we were running the ball, I just felt like we can go and get that first down. It was only 1 yard. Unfortunately, we didn't get it, But again, if I had a chance to do it again, I would have did it again.
And for the defense, what did you think about their performance with the sacks they had? I mean, Lady McCarthy, that crucial jump sack right there.
Man, I am so proud of our defense. If you all understood what our defense has been going through over the last 3-4 weeks, with guys quarantined and not being there, not getting any reps. But I think the good thing about it, some of the guys that didn't get reps, they were able to, some of the guys wasn't intending to get reps. They were able to develop a little more to be able to help our team in this ball game. But it was really good to see how those guys played today. With all the guys that left our team from last year's football team, and to see these guys come out and play for each other was awesome. They were fired up, and I really think just their attitude and their excitement at halftime really helped the offense get going. They kept the energy. They had the energy, and I told the offense we need to match them, and the only way you can match it is by going to make plays. But it was really good to see. It was like you say, it was multiple people making plays, and it was great to see guys that we count on to make play when we needed them the most.
Appreciate it, Coach.
Thank you.
All right, I'll send it downstairs. Anybody wants to ask you questions down there, Coach?
Coach, that last possession, they get down inside the 20. Jalen Joyner comes up with 2 huge sacks. I know we have at least one. I think he might have been half on the other. And he's one of those infectious guys.
Yeah.
How nice was it to see him make a play there?
That was great. It was because he did what he said he was going to do. He told me, "Don't worry, Coach. We got you. We got you, Coach." And he went out and made a big time play. And kind of like I said a minute ago, it was great when players you depend on, they step up and make a play when you needed it the most. And we needed it bad then. And it was great seeing those guys go over the smoke and tell him, "Don't worry about it. Keep your head up. Let's go. We got you." And sure enough, they had him and had his back there. And again, that was great to see. And we have some really good players over there, and guys like Jalen that's very emotional, very energetic. He brings the energy on the defense side of the ball, and it was great to see him step up and make a play for us then. Well, defense they had a lot of energy at halftime. They had played well enough, and they had a lot of, after the first quarter, they really played well. And then, but I talked to the entire football team before we went out there today, before we went on the field, all training camp long. I told them, look, adversity is going to hit. It could be in this first ball game, and it's how you respond is what makes you, and I told him at halftime, hey, I told you guys exactly what can happen. Here we go. We're down 10, and often we haven't done anything. How you going to respond? You guys can sit here and pout. That's not going to make it better. But if you look adversity in the face and say, bring it on, good things will happen. And those guys took those words and ran with it. And for me, that was really good. To me, that's a sign of a good football team. And for a football team that you really didn't know about, I tell you what, they got me fired up. After going and respond the way they did and find a way to win here in Paradise to a football team who we hadn't beat here in the last 2 times they came here. So that was great.
How do your guys be so resilient? How does that boost your?
Well, I would tell you this, and the one thing I appreciated when I first got the job and watched them practice and bowl practice is you see a group of young people that play for one another. They like being around each other. They love competing against one another. To go what we went through over the last 2 months, could have easily lost the team, but they love being around each other so much. Every day we went out to practice, they were fired up and ready to go. And that was a blessing. I didn't have to do anything to fire them up. They were ready to go. And that, to me, is because they love being around each other. They love each other and playing for one another. And I think it paid off. All the stuff we went through, the adversity we went through to get to this first game, paid off. They just kept coming and found a way.
Jonathan, back to Jack.
Jack.
Hey, Coach. Congratulations on the win. I would say one of the gutsiest wins in program history. You talked about you talking to the players at halftime, but were there any players that stepped up and tried to kind of get some juice going?
A lot of guys you heard, and again, that's what was really good about it. I didn't have to really say much on the sideline. You had guys, you had guys like Willie Wright, Mon Ross, TJ Chase, he was awesome, with guys and keeping them locked in and going over to Nick, telling him it's going to be fine. But you had a lot of that on the sideline. You had some guys a little ticked off, but you had more guys excited and keep your head up and encouraging guys. And again, that was great because I didn't have to say much to them. They understood they needed to get it done, and they found a way to do it. And
Coach, speaking of TJ Chase, his first game in an FAU uniform, and he gets his first touchdown. What do you think about his performance today?
I thought he did well. He was talking to me the entire game, telling me what the defense was doing, and said, "Coach, you need to come to this play. You need to do this." And it was almost exactly like a scrimmage we had one day. We wasn't doing anything well, and TJ was upbeat. He was keeping guys' head in it. He was telling the quarterback, "Just play the next play. Don't worry about that last one. Just play the next play." And then he came up to me and said, "Coach, just get me the rock. I get us going." And so on that touchdown play, I was screaming for him. He almost didn't get that play. He almost gave it to someone else. But it was a play we practiced with him all week long, and I was looking for him. He finally got in, and he worked it to perfection, and it was great. Him and Nick executing that play.
A beautiful little drop pass almost. It seemed like the ball was in the air for a while. Tronte really just turned it around in the third quarter. We talked about, you said, we're going to get some better play calling. He has to settle down. We know he's a better player. Do you think running the ball a bit more in the second half helped him really get into the game?
Absolutely. And we should have ran it more the first half, trying to throw it about. We're trying to stick to the script and got to get off the script when it's not working, and do what's right. But I think Tronte calmed down and really started executing the offense. I thought in the first half, I don't know if it was just first game jitters or what, but I thought he was just rushing things and not looking at his reads. He was throwing the ball places where he shouldn't throw it. And just calm down. You know how to do this. You've done this plenty of time. We've had 2 months of practice. You've done this a lot. So just calm down and play your game. And when I talked to this whole offense at halftime, we need to run the football. We run the football. That's going to help Tronte big time. And it was great. We got him going. I think that built his confidence up to where he just really settled down and he started making some really good reads there in the second half.
He did. And finally, Coach, after this, I'll let you go celebrate with the family. You played a lot of freshmen today. Did you notice that? Jones, you played a lot of freshmen today. Jones and Wester come to mind as freshmen that stood out. What do you think about their performances? And do you think there's any other freshmen that you're really impressed with?
Yeah, I think as the season go on, you're going to see a lot of guys playing for us. You just don't know with this virus that's out there, and but we also feel like we got some pretty good freshmen that can help our football team, and those guys did a good job. I've been saying this for a while. I think Wester's going to be a star here. We really didn't get him going like we wanted to, but he's going to make a lot of plays for us, The same thing with Chris Jones. You see him pass rush. I mean, that kid's going to be special for us, But we have other guys that's some played and some didn't, but as the season go on, I think you'll see those guys helping us. I feel like we got a young football team that's they're only going to get better.
Thank you, Coach. Congratulations.
As a coaching staff, when you see him turn the ball over, the interception, the fumble, and only 3 penalties, that's got to make the coaching staff, I think, good.
Oh, absolutely. I told our guys, we don't turn the ball over, we're going to win pretty much all of our ball games. you know, and it was great because it was great to see that our guys responded to the challenge that we put in front of them. You know, we talked to them about not turning the ball over, and they didn't do that. You know, we talked to them about getting takeaways. We wanted more than one, you know, but they found a way to get one, and we needed it then, you know. So, and then we talked to them about adversity. We talked to them about things wasn't going to go right in this ball game at some point, and then I wanted to see how they respond. And again, every challenge I put in front of these young men, they stood to it and accepted it and found a way to make it happen. And I'm so happy for these guys, and I'm excited about our football team and where we can go. All right, you all be safe going home. Remember, winning is living, baby.